Hello everyone. Today I will be showing you how to post a sermon on our website. That needs to be done weekly. Of course, we get a new sermon every week. And so, first step, you log in to the back end of our website. And here's the link. You can read that over there /OB1 login. You should have a username and password to get there. Once you are there, you have to understand that each sermon is a post. And I'll explain you the difference between a post and a page. A web page is something independent. So I'll give you an example. The baptism page. It is a independent page. It's not connected to anything. It's just right there, like an island. It's one extra page in the book. A post is something that is connected to other posts, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And that's why a sermon is a post, because we want to have a lot of sermons under one series. And so let's say the series that we're going through right now, God is so good, He's better than we think, He really is. Our minds cannot fathom how good He is in His
Good to see you
goodness.
all.
Here
We've
we
said
go.
hi to
I'm
some of you
gonna
already, but
pause here. Yeah. Anyways, that was Joe and Christina Troy. But anyways, a post. If you come here and you go to past sermon series, if people click on this, God is so good, Joshua series, and all of the series. Let me click on it to show you. It will show you a lot of sermons, and that is the difference between a post and a page. A page you cannot connect, you cannot make it like a group. A post is a group, and so when you click here, you see the link. It says the category. It is the group is called uh, God is better than you think. And then when you come here, you see the title of the group, and then you scroll down, you're gonna see the past, you know, every sermon that we've preached on. God is so good; He is better than we think. So that's why it is very important for you to know that every sermon is a post. And so I'm going to click on all posts. Again, posts, there's categories under posts, and each category is a group. In our case, it is a sermon series. And so um, here we go. See, this is the last post that we created, the last sermon. And so when you come here and you need to create a new sermon, you always type add new, because you're creating a new sermon. You should have received an email with a link from YouTube. And if you didn't receive that email, you can always go to YouTube and search for Obi-Wan Church. And when you click on Obi-Wan Church, see it's right here, Obi-Wan Church. When you click on it, it's the same thing as typing youtube.com/user/, Obi-Wan Church. Every sermon that we upload Sunday will be here. So why is this important? Because when you click on it, and I'm going to pause, when you click on it, it's gonna give you these 11 digits right here, and this is key. Each YouTube video in the entire world has this unique 11 digits. And so since we want to create a post that connects to this video, it's very important that you know this video. What I like to do, I like to copy and like to paste it on a notepad, because we're going to use it a couple of times. And I even like to copy the whole thing, because our app, when you're updating the app likes the entire link, where our website, you only need the unique 11 digits. And so here we go. This is our baptism page. This is something else. Okay, here we go. A new post. I'm going to call it the test. You get the title of the sermon from whoever is preaching that week, and let's do God is amazing, and He really is amazing. That's who God is. Now, see here, it's telling me that it's not published already. I haven't clicked the publish, so it's not public right now. But here we go. Under categories, you have to click the new category, the category that that sermon belongs to, the series that that sermon. So let's say it really belongs to the God is Better Than You Think sermon series. And then uh, here is where we type, I always do life group announcements. I like all the life groups to also be sharing the announcements, the stuff that is coming up. Life group questions, and then I put Bible verses read Sunday. I like it's just something I like highlighting, bolding, this three things. And then under announcements, I always like to put like the announcements here. Oops. Okay, announcement number one, announcement number two, life group questions, same thing. Put all the questions here. And the Bible verses, I like them to be under bullets, but that's just for aesthetics. It doesn't make a difference if you use numbers or. So here we go. Here we go. You put the announcements here, as much as information as you want. You put the life group questions right here. And beyond questions, you also have to be thinking about, we are creating environments, in life groups. And so you help the leader as much as you can, meaning you put, let's say in question number one, you just put like, hey, let's begin with testimonies today. Let's talk about what God is doing in your life. Is there anything that you're praying and God answered, or was the Holy Spirit, prompting you to talk to someone this week? Let's talk about the stuff that the Holy Spirit and God is doing, and see how here in the questions it's more than dry questions. We really want to set the environment, and so you can start, in the end you can be more specific, instead of like just do the pray for one another, which is I've done 1,000 times, but we can do it more, hey, why don't we break up in groups of two and three, and in the next 30 minutes, let's share something that's in our hearts, and let's pray for each other. See, you can create environments, and so you're designing more than questions, you're designing an environment here. And so that's that. You keep on scrolling down. You keep on scrolling down. Layout, don't worry about that. Don't worry about any of this. The big thing here is that we want this post to be a video. Why? Because remember, we came here, we want every post to have a video connected to it. It's not just like we're creating blog posts like a newspaper or a magazine. We're creating video posts. So we make sure that the post format is video. And yes, we do use YouTube, and so you don't have to change anything here. And here we go. Here's where we need only the ID, which is the 11 digits, not the whole thing. Here we go. Not the whole thing. We just need the 11 digits, and I can double check here. Starts with V7, yes, and ERY. So yeah, this is correct, and you put it here, and that is pretty much it. Again, going really fast now, you create a title, you make sure you select the right category, which is the right sermon series, and then you type announcements, questions, where you're creating environments, and we can put the Bible verses read this Sunday. You scroll down, you make sure you change image to video, and then you put the 11 digits here. Now, once you click on publish, I'm not going to do that because this is just a test, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you an example of an existing one right here, a real one on our website. It is the latest one, was Mission Sunday. So why is this important? Right after you click publish, it will create a link that is also unique to that sermon, to that post. And so this is the link right here. It's called the permalink. And that happens when you publish. And so why this is important? It's because we have to also get that link. So right click on pages, and I like to open in a new tab myself, because now we have to edit the sermon page on our website. Because if you go to the sermon page on our website, of course this one is already up to date. But just to give you the example, when you go to the sermon page on the website, if you don't change the sermon page, that sermon will be stuck there for weeks after weeks. And so after we create a post, we have to make sure that we come here and we change the sermon page to make sure that this video is the latest. Okay, and then I'll show you also how to change this button right here in a way that when life group leaders, they are trained to come every week to the sermon page and to click on this button to get their life group questions. That's what they're trained to do. And here is where that hyperlink is so important, and I'll show you that in a second. And transcript and post a comment and listen to the audio. We're not using this, but this is if you wanted to place the transcript on the website, whatever, and the audio, that those are the buttons. But here we go. See, life group leaders are trained to go every week to the sermon page. If they want to get a refresher on the sermon, they can watch the sermon right here, and they can click on this button, and this will take you to the most recent sermon. And here we go. It is a video post, and that's why you see the video at the top. And then here we go. This is the title of the sermon, the one that we placed right here at the top. Uh, then we have the life group announcements, and then we have the life group questions, and then we have the Bible verses read Sunday. This stuff right here is placed automatically. You don't have to worry about that. This and this stuff right here, our website places automatically, so don't worry about that. But here we go. That's why we have to go, and we have to go to pages. So when you're updating the weekly sermon, you create a new post. Make sure that that post, because it's a new sermon, is connected to the sermon series, the category. And then we come to pages, and we have to make sure we are editing the sermon page. So the best way to find the sermon page is to come here to the search bar and search for sermons, because we have right now 103 pages, and this it will be very hard to find if just by scrolling down. Oh, let me see, where's the sermon page? Oh, I have to go to the next. So here we go, sermon page. You click on edit, and I'll show you why we're doing this. Because again, each week on the sermon page, see, we're on the sermon page, we have to change the link of this video, and we have to change the link of this button, because each week we have a new video sermon, and each week we have new set of questions. And so when you come here, it's still going. I'll show you how that's done in a minute. Here we go. This is the page. This is the sermon page. You can see it right here, not just by the title, but also by the link. And then this is, if you look at the sermon page, if you look at our sermon page, this is what our sermon page looks like. There's a graphic, and there's a video, and there's some buttons. So if you come here, the back end looks a little different, but if you see here, there is an image. This is the image right here. That is this image right here, the latest sermon. And then we have the video, that it is the sermon, the latest sermon. And then we have the 4 buttons. It doesn't look lined up here, but don't worry, because it looks lined up on the website, and that's what matters. And so here we're going to mouse over video player, and we're going to click on the button, and each week you have to update that video, because it's a new sermon and it's a new video. And that's when we're going to need this 11 digits, the unique 11 digits that every YouTube video has. And so we know that this is it. This is the latest one that we got from, remember, we got from the Obi-Wan channel. You know, we came here and we saw the latest one. And so it's still loading. And once that opens, I'll show you where you need to change and update that video. Still going, still going. Okay, so here we go. It's right here. You would only need to change these 11 digits to the latest sermon. When you do that, you have to click on save. I'm not going to do that because I'm not changing anything. This is just a sample. So you click these 11 digits, you click on save, and then after you click save, you always have to click on update. And what I like to do personally, and I highly recommend doing that, you would go to the sermon page after you change just the sermon. You didn't change the button yet to go to life groups. You would, I don't think we need this. I think it's right here. I would do a refresh. Once you click on the refresh, this video should change to the latest one because you already changed that the 11 digits and you clicked on save. And now I'm gonna have to refresh this page right now. See there's a little, let me refresh this page, and this is the sermon page. It's just missing some of the stuff here at the bottom, maybe because my internet's a little bit slow. I have so much stuff open right now, and that's probably why. I scream anyone. Here we go. Yeah, I need to see, you know, below, and yeah, there was a little glitch that wasn't showing me anything. So here we go. We are in the sermon page. We can see here by the title, and we can see here by the link, and we have already changed the visual composer will show, yeah, here we go, all the elements. We have a single image. We have the video player. We changed the video player already, so we don't have to do anything. We tested, we saved, we updated, and we came to the website. We saw it. It was there. Now we need to change the life group questions. And the way we do this, we click on, again, we edit on by clicking mouse over and then clicking on the pencil. And then we just go and click on that, and it's gonna go to the button settings. And what we need to do is we have to make sure that when people come, my life group leaders, when they come to this page right here and they click on this button, that it will go to the latest link. So pay attention to this part of the computer right here, and that's a trick. It shows you to where it's linking. See, it's linking to the Mission Sunday Japan update. Like I said, it is already working. It is already uh, connecting to the right page because that's our latest sermon. But again, let's say you just created a new post that is God is awesome, and the link to that is God is awesome, and the video to that has a unique 11 digits that you got it from YouTube. So anyways, you have to make sure you come here and you change to make sure that the button is linking to the right post, to the right sermon. And so we put the mouse over here and then we clicked on this button, and it's still loading, super slow. And here we go. It finally opened. And this is telling me that this is a button. And the button is, here's what we would change if we wanted to change the button and what it looks like on the website. On the website C, it says life group questions. We like that. We're not changing anything. I'm just telling you if we needed to change the button, we would change right here. But here we need to select a different URL because, again, every post has a different hyperlink. You see, remember this right here? This is the URL which is also known as permalink. And so when you come here, you have to select URL. And the cool thing about it is that when you can see the URL right here, which is the latest sermon that we have. Uh, but let's say we could have, this is something else. We we the latest sermon, the latest post you create is going to be showing right here. And all you have to do is click on it. Let me click on this one just to give you an example. You see, it automatically changes the hyperlink. So, but again, it will always be at the top. It will always be at the top. The latest post, it will always be at the top. These guys are at the top. I had to make some changes on a life group right here. We had a change of leader, and so that's why this came to the top. But anyways, your latest post will always be at the top. So in this example, God is awesome will be like right here. You just click on that, and automatically it will change this. You don't have to do it. This will be changed to God is awesome. Then you click on set link, which you click on set link. I'm not doing that because I'm not changing anything. You click on set link, and you can double check the new URL will be directing to the new permalink of the God is amazing. You should be saying, like right here, you should be saying God is amazing in our example. Then you click on save changes, which I'm not going to do. Again, I'm not changing anything. And then you update. And then you update. When you do that, I always like, personally, I always like to go back to the sermon page, and I always like to refresh the page and test it. So we should be able to see the latest sermon right here. And then when we put the mouse over right here, right at the bottom right here, it should say ob1church.com. Instead of Mission Sunday Japan Update, it should say the title of the latest sermon. God is amazing. And then when I click on it, it should go to a post. It should go to the post in our example that should say God is amazing. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing that's telling you that you did the right thing. The video should be God is amazing, and then the new life group questions. It's all related to the sermon. God is amazing. So, anyways, I hope this is helpful. God really is amazing. Love you guys. Have a good one.